All right, hi everybody. I'm out in the Heavenly Backyard Garden, and with the telescope lately I've been working on a project called Thor's Helmet over up by the bright star Sirius up in Canis Major. However, today I want to take us away from Heavenly Backyard Astronomy into Heavenly Backyard Gardening. And today I got several projects on my list, and it's time to plant more tomato plants, bell peppers, banana peppers, and I'm also going to plant some corn. Yes, corn. Now, already here in the deep south, the soil temperature has warmed up into the lower 70s to upper 60s, and this is the day I'm going to start planting the corn. And the corn's going to go right in this area, right over here. And with that, I'm going to give you an update on the potatoes and the Brussels sprouts. Stay tuned. This is Heavenly Backyard Gardening. On this channel, I usually show Heavenly Backyard Astronomy, sometimes Heavenly Backyard Gardening, and under severe conditions, Heavenly Backyard Weather. Now, if you like this channel, don't be afraid to subscribe and ring that little bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Over in this area, I'm going to be planting some sweet corn. This is a bicolor corn, and according to the label, it says sugar enhanced and early maturing. Bicolor is delicious, sweet, and easy to grow. Well, we'll see about that. So, I'm going to plant the corn here. Now, when you're planting corn, it's important not to plant just a row or two rows. You want at least 3 to 4 rows of corn and plant them in a block. Now, the interesting thing here is my neighbor's fence. On the other side, he's going to be doing exactly the same thing with his son, Blake. And they're going to be planting the corn, same kind, on the other side of the fence. So we'll have a huge block of corn. And that's necessary for the corn to pollinate each other. And with that, we'll get the, hopefully, the easy to grow, fresh, sweet, delicious corn.
What's the goal, buddy? What are we trying to do?
We're
going to grow some corn. Do you like corn?
Mm-hmm.
You like to eat corn?
Oh, well, put a couple of watermelons in there.
Oh, yeah?
Just for a surprise.
I see some gnats over here.
Uh-huh.
You almost eating my head off. At least I helped my dad draw, I helped my dad, plant all of them. Just that I helped Dad a little bit. That's the most part I liked.
That's a good answer. Yeah. This is good exercise. You get a lot of cardiovascular working out in the garden itself. I like to use regular shovels and rakes. I don't use the tiller unless I have to. Anyway, gardening is not only healthy for eating, it's healthy for living. Plus, it keeps me off the streets. Now, over here, I'm going to put some tomato plants in and some bell peppers and sweet banana peppers. Now, when I go to the nursery to get my plants, if I don't start them from seed, I try to get special types of tomatoes. This particular type of tomato is called Betterbush. It doesn't really need staking, but it does need a little bit of help for support, and I use tomato cages for that. But to plant the plant, just take it out of the little tray. And the roots are usually confined and tied up. What you want to do is loosen them up just a little bit. Careful not to break them. And then for the tomato plant, I put them rather deep in the ground at an angle, because if this is in the ground right here, this will shoot some roots, which will give additional rooting, which will give the plant additional ability to absorb more water and nutrients. Hence, goes in like so. And that's that. And as I mentioned in an earlier video, I planted my potatoes long ago. I did that in early February. Now we are in the middle of March, and the potatoes are coming up. particularly the Pontiac Reds. Now the Yukon Golds, they're a little bit slower in germinating, and they haven't quite popped up. A couple have, but that's normal. They're a little bit slower, but they're already up out of the ground. And yes, the Brussels sprouts. What about the Brussels sprouts? They're doing fine, and I'm looking forward to the end of May when they'll be ready for picking. And you know, Brussels sprouts have it has gotten a bad name. It's because they get bitter after they've been picked. But if you can pick them right off the vine or right off the plant, and then say cut them in half and saute them in olive oil and garlic, you'll be amazed at how it tastes. It tastes nothing like what you think with Brussels sprouts. I dare you to give it a try. I hope you like this video. The vegetables are growing and more are on the way. Meanwhile, besides the vegetables, all over my left and right shoulders, there you can see a lot of daylilies. And the daylilies have awakened during their winter sleep. They didn't really sleep all that much this winter since it was so mild. But they'll be blooming starting in about another month or so. And I have about 350 different types of daylilies and exotic Asiatic and Oriental lilies to show you. And that'll be coming up in future videos from Heavenly Backyard Gardening. Thanks for watching.